All right, today we're going to dive into a model that's really shaking things up in the world of finance. It's called proprietary trading. It's basically a way for talented traders to get their hands on a ton of capital. And we're going to use a platform called upscale.trade to see exactly how it all works.
So let's just start with a huge question, right? Imagine you've got the skills, you've got a killer strategy, but what you don't have is a massive pile of cash. So how in the world do you trade with, say, $200,000 without putting any of your own money on the line? It sounds kind of like a trick question, but I promise you, it's not.
And the answer is proprietary trading, or what everyone in the space calls prop trading. The concept is actually beautifully simple. A firm provides the money, and you provide the trading skills. And just like that, the whole game shifts. It's no longer about how big your bank account is, it's about how good your strategy is.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First, a quick look at what prop trading really is. Then, we'll get to know our guide for today, Upscale Trade. After that, we'll walk through the exact steps to get funded, figure out how you choose the right challenge, and then finally, we'll look at the whole world they've built that goes way beyond just trading.
All right, let's jump in. First up, let's meet upscale.trade. Now, they call themselves a next-generation platform, and that's a pretty big clue. It tells us they're aiming for something more than just handing out cash. They're building a modern, tech-focused experience for the traders of today.
And right away, you see that they're all about simplicity. They're promising to get you trading with up to 200 grand in just 3 easy steps, even if you're just starting out. The whole idea here is to lower that barrier to entry that stops so many people.
But this is where things get really interesting. A profit split of up to 90%? That's huge. Payouts in under 48 hours is super fast. And then you see no KYC required. That's that whole know your customer verification thing, which just means less red tape. Everything here, from the 24/7 support and AI insights to the fact that it's all built inside a Telegram mini app, is designed to just get you trading faster and with less hassle.
So that's the platform. But how do you actually get the money? Well, that brings us right to our next section, the path to getting funded. This is really the heart and soul of the entire prop trading model.
It really breaks down into 3 straightforward stages. First, you decide how much capital you want to manage. Then, and this is the most important part, you have to pass a trading challenge on a demo account to prove you can actually trade. You pass that, and you unlock the final step, a real funded account, where you get to keep up to 90% of what you make.
But passing the challenge isn't just about making money. It's a real balancing act. You have to hit your profit goals while staying inside these very strict risk limits. You can't lose more than 5% in a single day or 10% overall. This tells you they're not looking for gamblers who get lucky. They're looking for consistent, disciplined traders who know how to manage their risk.
Now this is where you get some options, because not all challenges are created equal. Upscale offers a few different ways to get funded. So let's take a look at the choices: basic, accelerated, or turbo. Which one makes the most sense for you? And this lays it out perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the basic challenge, which has 2 phases to prove yourself. But on the right, the accelerated one gets you there in a single phase. So what's the catch? Well, the rules are a bit tighter. Your total loss limit is lower. It's that classic trade-off. Do you want more speed, or do you want a little more breathing room? And then there's the third option, turbo. This is for the trader who's super confident and just wants to get going. It offers instant funding. You skip the evaluation entirely and go straight to a live account, though of course it comes with its own set of rules and costs.
Okay, so what does something like this cost? This table shows you the one-time participation fee for the basic challenge. But honestly, the most important number is all the way on the right, the cost per $1,000 of capital. This is what shows you the real value. You'll notice that as you go for a bigger account, the actual cost for every $1,000 of trading power goes down. That's how you find the real bang for your buck.
But, a really good modern prop firm is more than just a bank. And that's what we're getting into in our final section. We're going to see how platforms like Upscale are building an entire ecosystem around the whole trading experience.
A huge piece of that ecosystem is tournaments. This is where you can actually compete against other traders on the platform. And you're not just playing for bragging rights either. The prize pools are massive, often giving away free challenges or even fully funded accounts. It adds this really cool, competitive, and community feel to everything.
And, like a lot of modern platforms, they've also built in a way for you to earn just by helping the community grow. Their referral program lets you get a piece of the fees from anyone you bring to the platform, which can create a whole other income stream that has nothing to do with your own trades.
Which, brings us right back to the central idea of all this.
This quote just sums it up perfectly. You grow faster and earn more. Your skills matter, not the size of your deposit. It is all about knocking down the single biggest wall that stops most traders, capital, and putting all the focus right where it belongs, on pure talent.
And that leaves us with one last big question to think about. In a financial world that can often feel like a closed-off, exclusive club, could this prop trading model be the new ladder, a new way for talented traders to climb up, based purely on their skill, instead of who they know or how much money they start with? It's a pretty powerful idea, isn't it?